Hi everybody. Sorry we haven't uploaded any regular videos recently. I've been struggling with this one for months. We had a lot of raw video, but I have not been able to put it together for one reason or another. This is going to be my last pass on this. The events took place in July, and so I'm going to get this up one way or the other right now. This is going to be my last pass, and you're going to be here to watch. My headset on. Got my computer here in my lap. I'm going to start this video off right now. Oh, turn that sound
Eagle
down.
number 58, that's his
Okay,
spot.
got the sound turned down, and we just sit here and watch the title come up, Eagle 58 to Wrangell, and then we're going to have a credit roll. All of our, there's the list of our patrons on Patreon. Your name could be on this list too. All you have to do is go over to Patreon and sign up for it. And your name will be right there. Okay, this is the chart shot. We're going to travel down Wrangell Narrows and across Sumner Strait to the town of Wrangell. You can see by all those track lines we've done this many, many times before. Sometimes it's a one-day trip, sometimes it's 2 days. This particular trip, it was 2 days. We had to anchor. There's Laura warning me about a boat coming up the Narrows. That's Mitkoff Island over there to the east. That's the west shore of Mitkoff Island over there where that road and those buildings are. We're heading south down Wrangell Narrows. And over on the right side is Kupranoff Island. Kupranoff Island, you may see some houses and there's some fishing lodges over there. There's actually a town called Kupranoff over on Kupranoff Island. And it's part of the Petersburg borough. But they have no infrastructure. There's no roads, no electricity, no water. If they have any of those things, they have to get it themselves through rain catchment. Electricity, they have generators, but there's no power grid, no roads, no municipal water or anything over there. Going down the Narrows, you can't usually use the autopilot, but every once in a while I'll hook it up just for times like this when I need my both hands free.
Any comments? Everything went smooth?
No comment. Yeah, everything's just fine. I mean, there's not a lot of current, but we are bucking it. We're going into a current, so it's kind of slow. We left at the wrong time of day, but we figure the current's not bad, so we'll just go ahead and go with it. It'll take us a little longer.
Yeah, the tidal exchange is not enough that it really matters either way, really.
No, it's like 10 feet. We can have up to 25-foot tidal range, but today it's only 10 feet, so the current's not too bad.
We're gonna,
Got about a knot and a half.
yeah, we'll see what time it is by the time we come out of the Narrows, and
Yeah, well, when we get to the summit, we're going to get to the summit right about low tide. So that means we'll be bucking it going on the other side as well. So, but not too much. We'll have an hour of slack water, and we should be able to get
most of the way
good
through.
progress.
Yeah. Cool.
We're not on a schedule exactly. Okay, if you couldn't hear that little monologue there, that was just me making excuses for our slow progress. And I have paused the video, so I'm going to put a little marker in here. I know where to come back to. There's the insert marker. There you go. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's continue. Wrangell Narrows is extremely well marked. There are 64, I think, navigation marks down the length of Wrangell Narrows, and if you have good visibility, it's pretty easy to just shoot down the Narrows without using a GPS or any other navigation aids except your eyeballs. Some of the traffic you may see on the Narrows. It's a super highway. All the traffic going up and down the Narrows. All the freight that goes north to Petersburg. This is a pretty common sight. A barge with heavy equipment on it. And that is not a cruise ship. That's the Matanuska, the Alaska Marine Highway System's ferry that travels between from Seattle. He's coming up from Seattle. And that's the Wrangell Narrows, the chart of Wrangell Narrows. Get down to our anchorage. That's where we usually anchor when we make this a 2-day trip. This is where we usually anchor, Wawadsky Island. It's called Deception Point Cove. Nice place.
So just used our fancy depth sounder to check our depth. What are we at? What are we at for depth?
27 feet.
27 feet.
27 feet. An hour before high tide.
You can see the eagle.
The high tide today is 11.9 feet, and low tide tomorrow is 3.8 feet. So that leaves us with a, what? A 7 foot, what's it, 7 foot tide difference, approximately.
Sorry, the eagle flying around the back of your head is
Distracting? Okay.
drawing more attention.
I'm sure. Isn't it beautiful, this whole setting? Sure is pretty.
We'll see if he settles down here shortly. Very cool. Well, it was a fairly long trip today, but uneventful, which is always good.
Yeah. Well, we were underway for about 7 hours.
Yeah.
A longish day. I wonder what I need is down here.
Absolutely gorgeous evening. What would you say the temperature is? Feels like 50?
Too cold for an old man to be out here.
Go forward. Both go aft.
Silence. A little treasure after.
It was a silent, all right, except for the old man muttering on the foredeck. It's Sumner Strait. Look at that noise. Oh, there's a crab pot. Crab pots are everywhere. You really have to keep your eyes peeled for crab pots, dead heads, floating logs, and debris.
Watch out for those things.
Can't get that upper register. brought the camera out just as I was finishing. No concert for you this time. So you notice that the sails are still in bags on the foredeck. Let me pause this. Hold on a second. Back this up here. Okay. All right, so you notice the sails are still in bags and the boom is bare. But look at the water. We're crossing Sumner Strait here and heading towards Wrangell, and there is not a breath of air, not a breath of wind at all. And in these narrow passages, it always seems, if there is any wind at all, it's blowing the wrong direction. So sailing is almost always out of the question. If you can sail, great, that's wonderful, but I tell you the truth, we haven't done hardly any sailing at all since we hit Sitka.
Okay. How's it going, darling?
Yeah, this stuff doesn't stick too good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but it's all we got, so it'll work until I find something better.
Well,
But, you know, it's what's available right now, so that's what we're going to use.
So why is it so hard to find stuff?
I don't know. It's the best I could find, most likely to work. But it doesn't want to stick.
We spent a week at Reliance Harbor in Wrangell waiting for our turn in the travel lift,
And then I've got to line up poles.
doing some odd jobs, whatever little thing we could get done while tied up at the dock there.
Whew.
Smile. You're doing
boy.
boat work. It's a good day.
Yeah, well,
You're not in the office. Pretty busy place today. Gotta love the sound on those engines. So this is how people get their stuff in a lot of remote areas around here. Actually have to charter a boat to bring freight in. That includes lumber for building, or in a lot of cases groceries. Did your friends go bye-bye? Huh? Did your friends go by? Where'd it go, man? This is Wayne. Started for the day, sun's coming up. And oddly enough, the rainforest islander did not go anywhere this morning. sure what they're doing with this particular vessel at this time. I've seen it out on the water. It's kind of scary. But apparently it's doing its job. Projects today, I am getting a coat of paint on the tiller. It's dry at last. And Chuck is scrubbing our windows. I'm gonna not get them replaced this trip, but just give them a quick scrubbing, and might get us another year, and we'll see where we go from there.
Well, now that we're not in the tropics,
yeah,
you know, they're not as badly affected, but still.
yeah, not quite ready to replace them here yet.
No.
So, but we are hauling out on Wednesday.
And that takes us up to the point where Laura took the very fast and very noisy boat from Wrangell down to the Anand Bear Observatory and got all that great footage of bears and eagles that we uploaded in our last video. Next up, the haul out, the return trip to Petersburg, more island life and living aboard in Southeast Alaska. If you're enjoying our videos, please like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell, and check us out on Patreon. Oh yeah, there should be a link over there. So you check us out on Patreon, consider becoming a patron, and we'll really appreciate that.